Hello, in this video, I'll be going over the IELTS question type, true, false, and not given. So if you've ever been curious or a little confused by these types of questions, this video is perfect for you. Now let's go into some detail of what exactly does true, false, and not given mean. If the answer is true, that means you can find the information in the passage, and there's agreement with the statement and the passage. If the answer is false, the passage and the statement have different information. Or the passage shows that the statement is wrong. It contains a mistake and the passage has the correct information. For not given, you can't find all the information. Or not enough information to know if it's either true or false. Now let me give you a passage where you can practice the true, false, and not giving. It is much shorter than a real IELTS test, but it still has the same components. Here are the questions that I'm going to use as an example for this short passage. To make this more comfortable, I will show you the questions one at a time with the reading passage. And here's the passage. Please pause the video if you need more time to read it. Now the answers to the questions are, well, number one is true. This expression of he emerged with no signs of bitterness means he was not angry. So that's true. Number two is false. There was no civil war. People feared it, but it didn't happen. And number three is not given. You might want to guess that you think white people voted for him, but nowhere does it say it. It does say later he came to be revered by black and white South Africans, but there's no indication in this passage that white people voted for him in large numbers. Now let's go into some tips for better answering true, false, and not given. Tip number one, spend some time analyzing the question before you find the answer. In our example, Nelson Mandela wasn't angry when he left prison, so you'll be looking for that in the passage, and it will be a different expression. It won't say angry, but you will be looking for expressions of emotion. Tip two, this is really a vocabulary test. Many words will be paraphrased. Again, Nelson Mandela wasn't angry when he left prison. In the text, despite 27 years as a political prisoner, he emerged with no signs of bitterness. So again, you need to know that this expression is related to anger to best answer the question. Tip three, don't just try to match the keywords and then think you found a true answer. You need to read for meaning. When he was elected, there was a civil war. In this question, you might see civil war in the reading, but that doesn't mean that it's true. You have to read all the words and expressions around it. Tip four, you can write just T, F, or NG. Just make sure your handwriting is clear. Some people try to make a half T and half F letter, and this will not be accepted and given no point. Tip five, the answers will follow the order of the passage. So when you are confident that you have an answer for maybe 2 and 4, you can narrow your search in on 3 because you know where the answer should be. Tip 6, don't think you already know the answer. You must find evidence in the passage. The passage might be about a topic you're very familiar with, and you think you might know the answer, but it might not be in the passage or it might be different from what you think. So make sure that you find evidence in the passage. And tip number 7, notice transition words. While many feared civil war, we know right away that civil war did not occur because while is a contrasting transition. So these words really help indicate what information is coming next. In this case, contrasting or a different idea. Okay, well, I hope this video helps you improve your true, false, and not given types of question on IELTS test, and I wish you the best of luck on your IELTS test.